I normally don't release podcasts on a Saturday, but because of everyone blowing up the entire timeline about Birbox, worst named movie I think in history, I figured I'd drop this one, record it right after I watched it. That and the Black Mirror episode. Roll the intro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 14 of the Mike Dash podcast. Thank you for joining me from YouTube, Facebook, or Castbox. Thank you for listening in. It's not on YouTube, the last episode, because I screwed up the audio. That is not the case this week. We are running all cylinders. We're firing up. It is great. My Christmas tree is still in the background. It's after Christmas. I'm fully aware. But I am both lazy and I hate the fact that Christmas just ends so quickly and abruptly. It's like a, I was coming up with this analogy right before I started recording, and I'm like, what do I associate Christmas with? The holiday. It's like something that comes and goes quickly and not great, because you always hype up Christmas so much. It's like it is the most hyped up thing. I mean, people start getting ready for Christmas immediately after Halloween, if not immediately a month beforehand, right after Thanksgiving. And I'm like, what is like that? And all I could think of was like sex with somebody you've wanted to have sex with for a long time and then it not being good. I couldn't think. I was trying, or like maybe like lunch from like a fast food joint like McDonald's or Wendy's or something, or Burger King, because you like it and you're like, oh my god, you smell so great, and you're like, I want to get this, and then immediately afterwards you're like, oh god. But it's not as like I don't know, my mind goes to food and sex. That's it. All right, but yeah, my Christmas tree has not been taken down yet. I think it's like a family tradition in my family to not take it down until after New Year's, and like I said, it just mixed with that me being lazy. I don't know. I don't want to take it down yet. I dig the light, so I'm gonna have to get some lighting for like behind this or something. I love the lighting when it's like, this is way too bright. It looks my already shiny ass head look mad shiny. I hate the lights here. They're like industrial lights. It's good for recording, I guess, but they're never on in my house. I like things on the darker side, but I like the background, the lighting that I had with the Christmas tree. But I understand that I can't keep a Christmas tree up all year. That's psychotic. I mean, I'm a bit of that way, but you can't show that you're that crazy. At least the window doesn't. The window, you can't really see into it. So I could, for all intents and purposes, I could just keep the Christmas tree up all year. I mean, feel festive, right? I'm not gonna do that. I need to buy some lights. So if anybody out there has some suggestion on some good mood lighting stuff, I know that I think it's Apple has that like lighting, but they're like $200. Your boy ain't gonna spend that. But regardless of that rant, this is episode 14. I was going to say in Spanish, but I forgot what it was in Spanish, so I'll just say episode 14. Yeah, I missed my Thursday deadline. I like to put these out on Thursdays. I feel like Thursdays is a great time of the week. It's right Friday Junior. It's right after Wednesdays. Wednesdays is normally my my release schedule for videos and stuff. Over the years, that's typically when I've always released things, but I found the few times that I've done Thursdays, I've had better results. So I'm going to try and put these out on Thursdays, but I missed it this week because work and life and Christmas kind of screwed it all up. And then I honestly didn't have that many topics to talk about until today. Jesus Christ. Talk about internet exploding over Birbox. Jesus, the worst named movie. Aforementioned, like I said, the worst named good movie ever. Birbox. Sounds stupid. And I mean, it's got something to do with the plot, I guess. But, Jesus. Where do I begin with this? All right. So first off, I saw this movie today. I saw, yesterday when you were watching it. I watched it Friday. I saw the preview, the trailer, because when you're done watching something on Netflix, it pops up. Or when you first get on Netflix, it's like, hey, you should watch this. Great strategy. I actually liked the idea of it. When I watched the trailer, I was like, ooh, I should get around to watching that, which that means I'm never going to watch it. There's so many things on my watch later like strip that I'm like, I watch like the same like 8 things. I watch like World War II documentaries, The Office, and like that's pretty much it. And Planet Earth. That's pretty much all I watch on Netflix. But I've been trying to be better about watching more things. I recently watched some Black Mirror. We will also get into that because I just got done watching the season premiere, and my computer is doing funky things again. I know we're recording well, but it keeps lighting up and not lighting up. So I don't know what that deal is about. Let's look at that. Why don't you cut that out, computer? I need a goddamn new computer. So where was I? Oh, so yeah, I watched the new Black Mirror episode, the interactive movie, which was great, and we will get to that after the Birbox one. We'll start off with that. So, like I was saying, I watched the trailer for that. I enjoyed the trailer. I was interested in it. I was like, all right, let me get around to watching it, and then it's just starting to blow up all over timelines, like memes. I don't want to really be spoiled, even though we kind of got an idea what's going to happen. So I decided, you know what, let's do this. Let's get this content out because I know this is what the people want to see, what my take is on it. So I will start off with a quick review of the movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I forgot how much I actually really adore Sandra Bullock. I was like, again, I was going over this stuff in my head, what I was going to talk about it. And it's weird because she's never used in movies for eye candy, even though she's very beautiful. She's gorgeous. But she's never used in that, like, you know, let's just throw her in some low-cut stuff and make her a sexual object. I enjoy that. She is one of my favorite, like, Loki. I haven't really noticed this until, like, probably today. She is one of my favorite actresses. She's just good in everything she does. She's really, really good in this movie. She's the leading role. And she doesn't, like, it's weird because it doesn't feel like she's the leading role because there's so much in the universe of this movie that it almost feels like there should be another leading role because the way she plays things, she doesn't want to draw too much attention, and it plays on that, which is why she's a fantastic actress. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoy the premise. I love premises that are just like different from the normal type of bad guy or villain has, like, the motives for the bad guy in this situation. There is none. There's no motive. And those make for the best kind of movies. And if you know me, I don't button my shirt cuffs because I'm a sloppy individual. No, I don't care for horror movies really much at all. Not that I think it comes from me when I was younger being not afraid of them and then suddenly turning into a giant pussy about them. So I get scared. I used to get scared of them. So I think that just kind of stuck with me. So I just kind of turned off from horror movies in general. Also, combined with the fact that they're always so, like, I just get mad watching them. Like, why would you? Don't do that. Because I'm always thinking like that anyway through movies. So especially in horror, where it's like, I feel like the decisions they make, I'm like, what are you? This could all be solved with just lack of, like less stupidity. Be less stupid, and this doesn't happen. You know? Excuse me. And this one, like movies like this, where there's no direct motive from the antagonist, it almost makes that kind of hard to do because it's like they're like the thing that's killing or like murdering or doing whatever has no motive. There's no like, well, you know, just help him solve this. It's just doing it like a robot almost. So I enjoy movies like this. Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe, not Don't Breathe. A Quiet Place. I was thinking Don't Breathe. I hate that movie. No, Quiet Place. This has a lot of feel like a Cloverfield-esque, and I'm on the sideline where I really, really loved Cloverfield. That was one of my favorite movies. And 10 Cloverfield Lane, how it like flips it on its head. The Cloverfield paradox is trash, but the other two where it gives you like the point of view from just that, which is a really hard thing to do in a movie. By the way, shooting anything and like. Even since just doing this and learning how like camera setup is, even though I'm not that great at it, it's still, I applaud movies that can tell a complete story from the one person's, you know, perspective. But this one too, I love the idea of something that you can't really stop, you can't be reasoned with. There's no really running away from it. You can I sound like Thanos right now. You can hide from it. You can like leave it for a while, but eventually, like, you're gonna see it. Most people in the movie see whatever it is. You know, I don't know, the demon or alien. It's never explained. And I don't want to spoil any of it, but you know that you don't know why it's doing what it's doing, and that I like that because it's creepy. It is really creepy. I mean, I watched this movie at work in my office, so I wasn't creeped out because I was a little too creeped out to watch it at home. No, I wasn't too creeped out. I just figured kill two birds with one stone at work. You can watch a movie. What's better than that? But no, I did enjoy it. I liked it. I didn't like the way it ended. Thought that could use a lot of work. But I rarely like the way movies end. It's hard. It's hard to end a movie when like that. It's hard to end movies to satisfy everybody. And I'm sure that some people like the way it ends. I'm sure that that's a thing. I don't like that. but I like the universe that it built. It built something much like a Quiet Place. I keep saying A Quiet Place. Why do I keep saying that? Oh, A Quiet Place, yeah. Much like, I was thinking Don't Breathe again. God damn it. A Quiet Place. I like the way that ended in the universe that built, in the fact that, and John Krasinski even said that he's not opposed to going back and doing like an action movie sequel to it. And that would be awesome. Like, kind of like how 10 Cloverfield Lane was to Cloverfield. There was the big action set piece movie, and then there was like the low key, like kind of psychological thriller going on in the background for another movie, and that's great. If they made an action movie to this, I mean, I don't know how you pull it off, but it would be cool. It'd be really cool. I would totally watch that. I'd sign up in a minute to watch that, just like A Quiet Place. I would 100% be in for an action movie where like the military's fighting those beasts and stuff. That would be dope. Ah, man, please make that movie. But yeah, no, I really did enjoy it. I get some of the symbolism that people are bringing up is just kind of out there. Like I saw one thing about that. It's like a representation of mental health. And while they do bring up mental health in there in the movie, it's kind of reaching. Sometimes people want to inject more art into something that then exists. And I don't mind that, because I like those instances where you can kind of get a second kind of feeling like, oh, they said this, they portrayed this, but if you dig down deep inside, open up the layers of the onion, there's probably a little, some got this and this and sprinkled with that, and it makes you think. It's good. It's good when the movie can make you think past the movie. But if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. It's pretty much free if you have Netflix or someone you know has Netflix. I saw the funny thing that said, I'm surprised 16 million, Netflix is trying to figure out how 16 million people watch this off of the 10 accounts that exist on Netflix. I'm one of the idiots that pays for my own Netflix. I don't mooch off somebody. I wish I did. Not really. It's $12. I mean, Jesus. It's like $10 a month. Buy it. But yeah, it's really, really, really good. Great piece of media, great movie, especially for Netflix. And I'll get into, this is my like last topic of the night later on, why, I think Netflix is just absolutely amazing, more so than, their quality and stuff like that. But it's good. I'm glad that they can make a good movie on Netflix. Like it doesn't seem low budget. Some of the like gore and action is pretty well done. Netflix, I know, spent a buttload of money in the last year. I think they spent more than any studio combined in their own original content, which is awesome. That something like this just makes it better for the future. So, like I said, I'll get into more of this after. Now I'm going to shift gears to another Netflix original that I just got finished watching, and that is Black Mirror. The new Black Mirror episode just premiered yesterday or today. Just premiered today. It's available to anybody. It's pretty much bookmarked when you go on there, so I'm sure a lot of people are gonna watch it. The crazy part is it's completely interactive. I was wondering, because I heard about this back in November, that there was gonna be something after Christmas where it was gonna be interactive, and I'm like, a choose your own adventure, what the fuck? How's that gonna work? But they did it really well. They initially I got kind of anxiety. I get anxiety about weird things, and this was one of them that I was like, oh my god. Whenever there's choices in games, I just get so much anxiety, because I know I'm going to have to go back and do it again, because I need to see the other outcomes. Like, I need to see what happens if I picked A or B. Like, the first thing I do is I go off of what I personally would choose, or the person. Like, it's weird. I do it in a weird way, and good thing there was only two choices, because if there had been more, oh my god, I would have lost my shit. But I go off of, like what I would choose. Just first time, what I would choose. Second time, I go off what the character would choose, if there's more than one option, or more than two options. But good thing about this, they did it in a way that you don't need to replay it. Like, you can do it once, and they pretty much like kind of hold your hand. And that plays into what the whole episode is about. And again, if you haven't watched Black Mirror, I don't know what the hell you were waiting for, because that's one of the best TV shows. It's so thought-provoking. It's so like, you could walk away from every one of those episodes just going, what the hell? Wait, what would I do in this situation? Whoa, imagine if that existed. What the it's like mind-boggling every time you watch it. I just watched an episode on Christmas, actually, with my family, which is not a great Christmas thing, but it was a Christmas-themed episode. So this episode, really good. Like I said, I don't want to go into any spoilers, because it is Choose Your Own Adventure, so I can't really talk about it, even though, it just came out today. Maybe I'll talk about it later. I do want to know what you think, though. So in the section down below, let's get into debate. you know, you don't have to see it if you haven't seen it, so don't go into the comments looking for stuff. Don't be dumb. But if you, you know, I want to start a conversation about it because I really enjoyed it. They had the main themes was about choice and your fate and like what you're kind of like predicting your own future kind of themes. It essentially it felt like it was like the interactive butterfly effect. If you ever seen that movie with Ashton Kutcher, pretty much. I got a lot of vibes of that from it, but it was good. It was a good for a Black Mirror episode. If it was a standalone, like didn't let you choose your own thing, I don't know if it would work so well. I'm trying to think because it wouldn't work, but you could strip out the interactivity of it, but it would still be a good Black Mirror episode. Probably not one of my top 5 or even top 10 favorites, but it was good. I loved it. The interactivity thing was cool. It makes it hard though to rewatch. So that's one of the things about the Black Mirror episodes is that the rewatchability is really good, and especially when you've seen it and someone else hasn't, because you can kind of like watch them and see what they're thinking and see what their thought process is. But this one, it's gonna be kind of hard to go back and watch it again. I actually don't know if I will watch it again. I'll watch it with someone who hasn't watched it, but to just like go back, like there's a couple of those episodes I could watch again because they're so good, because you like see, you know, when the twist or whatever's coming and you're like, oh, I can't wait for it. But this one a little bit difficult because I'd have the controller on my hand the whole time. But yeah, that Black Mirror episode was very good. Yeah, I want to know what you guys think, if you guys liked it or enjoyed it. And this brings it to the other point that I had about how Netflix is just killing it with their content. Because Black Mirror is a Netflix original, or I think it premiered in BBC. I don't know the 100%, but Black Mirror and now Birbox. Every time I say that name, it's just dumb. It's just oh man, it's kind of it's weird because it makes you like, Birbox, what the hell kind of name is that? So you kind of intrigued and you want to watch it. But I'm glad for these two things, especially where it's so good to just be able to, like, you can come home, I can watch it at work, I can come home, you can just pause it if I need to get up and go to the bathroom, or if someone calls me so I don't miss it. And this leads me to think, with so many people watching Bird Box, and I'm sure a lot of people have this weekend off, like you know, maybe have a long weekend or something. So people are going to be watching this, especially that it's all over Facebook. And I'm predicting it now, by the time this video goes up, I'm sure the Black Mirror episode is going to be everywhere because it is wild. I'm wondering what the future of entertainment like this is going to be, because, you know, 20 years ago, you couldn't imagine where you just pay for a streaming service and you watch movies at will, especially that of content of Bird Box. I mean, Bird Box is like that's a horror movie special for theaters, you know, that's like made for movies, but it wasn't. It came to Netflix, not the movies, you know. They already have streaming shows. They already have all this stuff where, what is the future of like theater going to be? Because the original thing was, you know, for movie theaters was to get the movie theater experience. You go in, you get popcorn, you get drinks, you sit down, you get out with some friends. Big sounds, big screen. It's an event. Where nowadays, life moves so quickly. There's so much to do every day. And the fact that, you know, everybody has, if you have under in your, you know, main media consuming room, if you have under like a 50-inch TV, I'm not, you know, you poor guy. Because I am by no means anywhere near that. I'm on the lower end of spectrum, and I have a 50-inch TV, and I have a sound bar that I listen to things at really high levels at, you know. My dog's twitching right off camera. She's sleeping hard. I have all this stuff. You know, if you invested in a home theater, you know, they're not expensive. It's a no-brainer to watch TV and play video games and watch sporting events through a home theater or a sound box, whatever. It's that the movie going experience for me doesn't really exist anymore. I still enjoy going to the movies because I like movies, and I am all on board for going and watching like big hit movies, big summer blockbuster movies. Avengers, get a bunch of your friends, go watch the movie. Star Wars movies. You know, even the horror movies, you're scared in the theater. Everyone's, you know, movies that like garner a reaction from a group of people, you know, spectacles. I see it. I see the point of that. It's better. It's better viewing the Avengers or a new Star Wars movie or a horror movie in a theater. It's way better. The experience is better. But to go see a Birbox type movie, I would much rather watch that at home. Leaps and bounds watch that at home. So I'm wondering when a major movie company is going to jump on this bandwagon of a streaming service. Because I can imagine eventually we're going to get to the point where everything's just directly given to you. You know, like there's that new commercial for the Oculus Rift where Jonah Hill and can't think of who the other guy is are sitting courtside. And I've said for years now, I've been on the side of like, dude, that'd be awesome. Like we've been talking before, like when like you can watch sports at home. Imagine just being able to put a freaking 3D thing on and it's like your front row. I mean, even if you're paying for those tickets, quarter fraction, you know, a decimal point way moved over of how much those tickets cost. If you want to charge me $20 to watch a movie at home and have it for 24 hours, like essentially renting it, but when the movie first comes out, I'd be on board for that because you get to experience it at your own leisure, you know? It's not as, I mean, you're spending that money anyway going to the theater because goddamn popcorn prices and drinks. I mean, it legitimately, a bottle of water is $5. And it's like, why do I pay that? Like, I don't ever eat at the movie theater anymore. Sometimes I will, just because you're like, popcorn. I'm gonna get hungry a little bit during this movie. I might as well just buy it. But it's so freaking expensive. The popcorn and drink prices are more than the ticket prices, which I understand they have to because movie theaters pay a ton of money to get the rights to movies. That's why you see like smaller theaters have like the movie weeks after it comes out. But it's just, I want to look up numbers and see how many people are actually still going to the movies like that, because it's not practical. You can just wait. The turnover rate is so fast. It's so fast. You're 6 months later, the movie's like on Netflix. And you're, I'll just wait till Netflix. Why would I go spend, you know, you bring a date, your tickets are $13, it's $26, then popcorn and drinks, it's like $20. It's legitimately $20 for a bag of popcorn, a big old drink, and a candy bar. It's $20. So you're looking at freaking $40 just to go see a movie when you could just wait like 7 months and then just watch it at home for the thing you pay $12 a month for. You know, pay $120 a year or $40 a pop to go to the movies. It's insane. It's crazy. So I'm sure somebody's got to get on because think of it. If you're going to charge somebody, even if you charge somebody $100 a year or more, you could charge somebody more to be able to get movies at your house like a week after they come out in theaters. It'd be worth it. Like I pay for Movie Pass, which is a horrible service. I'm not promoting him. If anything, I'm giving him thumbs down. Never get Movie Pass. I'm sure you won't. It was a huge mistake. It worked out for a little bit because I did actually make a little bit of money from doing it. Side story, I paid $120 up front, and then that kind of hurt. But then it was really nice to just be like, oh, now I can go to the movies for free for a year. Not the case anymore. I hate Movie Pass. Ugh. But anyway, it's nice to pay up front for something, and then you like what you get. Like I'm so happy with my Netflix account now. The fact that today I've watched a brand new movie and a brand new episode of a TV show that I adore. And it's completely free. I mean, what it seems like is free because you pay nothing, $10 a month for that. Those two things right there, I would have paid my $13 for in the movie ticket, you know? So I'm really wondering when a movie theater or movie production company is going to jump on the bandwagon and go, you know what? We're not going to, I mean, the price we would pay, I wonder what the price of cost would be to simply just upload it to a streaming service. And I know they run into the problem of people somewhat like me who have like screen capture devices. Like I use open source broadcaster, which I can just record my display. So if I really wanted to watch something, if you just record it and then upload it to the internet and then everyone can just watch it for free. But not everybody does that. You know, not everybody's going to do that. They're not going to be like, I'll watch something secondhand, especially when the cost is so cheap. Why? Like here's a mission. I've pirated a lot of movies before. I pirated them for my movie reviews. I will continue to pirate them. Hey, what's up, FCC? But I would never pirate something off Netflix. I have a Netflix account. I don't mind paying $12 a month. If Universal Studios wanted to charge me, you know, or Disney wanted to charge me $20 a month, and I was guaranteed like 5 movies a year, 200 bucks up front, $5, 5 movies a year, or 10 movies a year, or a monthly pass for $50, and I can just watch whatever movies from Universal. I would strongly consider that, because that's what you're probably talking 3-4 really good movies every year, plus whatever. Plus they get all that money every month, so they're making their own content, behind the scenes stuff. It's such a genius idea. It's just, are we ready for that? Is that somewhere in the near future? Because being able to just watch a movie at home, a brand new movie that just comes out, even if it's like a couple days later or a week later, or even if it's to the point where it's immediate, comes out in theaters and comes out at home, what would you be willing to pay for that? Because that would be awesome. Because you see all these people immediately connecting on Facebook about them and talking about it. And it's only going to be better for Birbox. The more people that keep talking about it, the better it's going to be for that movie. The numbers on that movie must be outrageous right now. Netflix must be, people are going to be signing up for Netflix just because of it if they didn't already have an account. It's just wild. So I'm really hoping that comes along in the future, because it just makes it easier. And I would miss the movie-going experience 100%, but I've been babbling a lot about this. I just realized, I don't know. I'm just excited to be able to watch things from home rather than just going out to a movie where not everybody's going to have the chance to do it. People's lives are scheduling, getting babysitters and moving things around in their life to go watch a movie that they might not have that much interest to, or just watch it at home when you have time to. Pause, stop, rewind, whatever you want to do. It's amazing. It's awesome. But that is episode 14. I went on for a long time about Netflix, 2 Netflix shows. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. I did. I loved hanging out with family and friends. I'm going to miss my Christmas tree. This is the last time you're going to see it, most likely, because I don't know if, maybe next year around Christmas, but I don't know what the setup and podcast area is going to be like then. But for now, say goodbye to the Christmas tree. I'll be taking that down probably tomorrow. And yeah, real quick before we go, last week's poll about the Rocky movies. Some of you guys liked them, some of you guys didn't. I was surprised. Most of you guys did. A couple people didn't. I figured that it was going to be that way. It wasn't tied. I feel like most people like them, and then there's some outliers that just don't like good things. This week's poll would be if they were going to charge you, let's say $500 a year for 3 different studios. Let's say Disney, Universal, and I don't know, somebody else. I'll word this differently in the poll that you guys will actually be answering. Oh, no. This week's poll, I will ask, do you like watching movies in the theaters for the experience, or would you rather watch them at home without the experience? I don't know. It doesn't sound right. I will craft a better poll question, and you'll see it, and I'll post it later. But thank you again if you're tuning in from Facebook or YouTube or Castbox. Get in on the conversation. Comment down below. What do you think? Did you enjoy? Have you seen both or either one of those? Are you planning to see both or either one of those? This is my sexy radio voice. But otherwise, next week I will guest on, and we are going to go through the football playoff predictions. I should have turned on the echo thing for this sound effects, but I don't want to bend down and get it because I'm too lazy. But yeah, we will be predicting the NFL football playoffs. We predicted the season. I'll be looking back and see how close I was. Spoiler alert, I was pretty damn close. Me and Steve were pretty close on our picks. And we'll just be going over, it'll be a full sports episode on New Year's Day. We will be recording that, so we'll probably be hungover. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy your New Year's. I will see you next year. I'll see you in the year of 2019 for episode 15. Thank you for joining episode 14. My dog's making the cutest stretchy faces right now, so I'm going to go cuddle her. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.